let's say that you found a VHS tape half buried in the ground, or you find it in a cellar with a body because you don't want to report the body. So then you take it home and then you put it in the VHS player, and then the TV flickers on. You get sucked into the TV. And after that, you find yourself stuck in a by one room. These walls are tall, but the room is mighty small. So then you see a little flower that drops fruit. And so that starts beginning our journey. We make so much money, it's unbelievable. We break the walls with a sledgehammer over and over and over. Things are getting weird. Things are getting weirder. Things are getting harder. So then, after we make enough money to buy the key out of here, we go up to the room, a locked door perhaps. We open it up, we go into the room, and then there's this weird lady talking about money problems, and how money doesn't solve anything. And then she punishes us, because we're a greedy little piggy who turned into a pig. Oh my gosh!
Super Mario in real life.
And that's only one of the endings. So, what are the other 3 endings, you might ask? Well, one looks like a blackberry. When you drop it into the hole, it looks like when you drop a big turd into a toilet, and then it starts overflowing, but instead of brown, it's purple goo. That's very pleasant to see. The other one is just abducting gnomes into a hole, like this little gnome. Goodbye, little gnome. And when you break these ugly 6 black stars, you get a secret tape. Oh, never mind. It's a DVD. Damn it. See, that would have been even better. My gosh, they just keep ruining. Anyways, you get transported when you put the DVD player in, yada, yada, yada. You find her. She's just sitting there next to a grass-covered body. And that is the producer. What is his name? I won't tell you yet. Not yet. Sorry. But she's talking about everything, how everything is just this dude's fault that's buried in the... I don't care. And she's talking about bringing more people into the DVD or tapes. I'm not very too sure. Even the game's not even clear where the correlation is to all of this, honestly. I don't even understand. Talking about her whole crusade, how she's going to put more people. Who are these people? Well, these lifelike objects. We have... Well, we got the chainsaw.
Chainsaws.
Don't even say it. Don't say it.
Stupid radio. The computer. The sledgehammer.
That's a lot of damage.
The star wand. The sun. The clock. And the Mario warp pipe. And then the piggy bank. Before I leave off of this, the other thing I wanted to add, I wish you can join her on her crusade instead of saying no, you know? Have another cool ending like that to see where things would go if you do say yes, but I'm not the one who designed the game, so that's just another pet peeve. We'll get into the cons pretty shortly here, actually, after the pros.
Balls.
You might ask, how do we get these big upgrades with such a big hole? Well, you gotta throw fruit in that hole to get money so you can buy the upgrades. Of course, that's how that works. So I don't know why I'm saying it very suggestively, but yeah. And in this game, it's just terrific. I'm not gonna lie, it's very great. I think every time you rewind, and I do know rewind is not technically a upgrade, but it's still a fantastic mechanic because I love it that you can see the progress and the difference of how much money you can make every time you rewind. I think that's great for that part, especially that mechanic. You can also buy little berry pals. You can get up to about, let's just say 7 of them, because my gosh, you need them, because they help tremendously, honestly. They will be your biggest money bag makers. Hello? That's all I cared about, was making as much money as possible, because I love money. Money's everything. Oh yeah. It's all over the place, baby. It's over there, over here, over there. It's just spreading all over the place. There are a couple of upgrades that really do help you a lot, especially the vacuum upgrade. Instead of carrying just 1 fruit, well, you could carry up to 10, or even more when you upgrade it more. Ooh, look at that. There's also a auto coin pickup collector, and every time you upgrade that one, the radius of it gets bigger and bigger. So the more times it gets spread out, the radius it gets will pick up how far it is. Not tremendously big, but it's decent. And you won't believe this, you can upgrade the whole movement speed. That will make it faster and faster every time. I'm not too sure if that's how it got bigger, but it gets bigger on its own by feeding enough fruit, and it will expand to tremendous size. I haven't seen what's the biggest this hole can get to, but when you place the hole like right by like the flower. So you can also upgrade your little flower that gives you fruit. It will become a tree and then a bush. Bush. Huh? And after that, you're able to choose whatever fruit will spawn. It will keep spawning that fruit until you decide to change it. But for some reason, you can't choose the pumpkins. That's the max for the little buddies if you want to count the blackberries. But I don't know why they don't let you choose the pumpkins. Maybe because they know you'll get filthy rich immediately. And another upgrade is the bubble. What is the bubble? Well, you're able to fly. It's kind of like no clipping, but it's a lot more jankier and not as smooth. So, but it gets you around pretty fast no matter what. It'll help you if you accidentally fall in the hole because you're a dumbass and see the hole or the fruit just pushed you in somehow. I don't know. But you can also, get this, you can upgrade your little buddies. Well, if you grab stars, by the way, how do you get those stars? Well, you gotta be eating literally anything. Sometimes the fruit will turn into stars. It's kind of 50-50 on that one, right? But you'll get stars no matter what. And how do you use those stars? Well, you can either buy the star gun, or you could just throw them at each other, or you could get an auto star popper. There we go. Yeah, that's what it was. You can use that. You can use that on the star wand. Star wand, you use it on your buddies, and you can turn them from a blueberry to a strawberry, or even a raspberry, or even whatever's next after that.
But hey, that's just a
At this point, the people who played the game or either didn't play the game, spoilers, Barry is dead, and who made the confession tapes is Donna. Donna's the one who killed Barry, by the way. I think I wanted to mention a couple of things from the story, like the deadly nightshade berry that she poisons Barry with. The deadly nightshade does make a cameo in the game, and that's by upgrading your pumpkins to fully maxed level, and they become deadly nightshade berries. You drop it in the hole, it starts flooding the whole room with purple goo void, and it's pretty cool, honestly. I think the connection right there is clear as day, in my personal opinion. The other connection I wanted to make was Barry in the hole. I did watch some videos of people talking about Barry being the pig, because she mentions about Barry being very, in her opinion, very greedy. I don't really see the correlation in that one. I mean, I understand and I get the gist, but I feel like the hole is more a fitting position for Barry, because how she disposes of
a few
them.
more props. Some gnomes, flamingos, that sort of thing, to cover him a bit.
It leads to a trap door where she puts them into, and covering them with props. What else do we know that is a hole and that consumes props when falling into it? Well, that is the hole that we use. And I think the connection between Barry and the hole is like clear as day, in my opinion. I can see the correlation between the two. It makes a lot of sense, because we also throw different berries in there, and Barry is very in the trapdoor and very in the hole. So it makes a lot of sense, in my opinion, for Barry being the hole. So I really like that concept of that hole. I guess, yeah, I just like the concept of Barry being the hole. That's it. That's all I got for that part. The other parts that I do like is the fact, no matter what they bring up from the story, it's always implemented in the game. And I think that's really cool. Like we just talked about, I think another thing that got also implemented was the part when she burned down the studio with her inside of it, and we find her corpse just sitting there with the DVD. I don't like the DVD concept because it doesn't really play well with the tapes, I think, because the tapes are mentioned more than the DVD itself. So I think if they continued on the tapes with her with the 13th tape, you know, spooky, scary, Friday the 13th type of thing, I think that would have been really cool, honestly. I'm gonna show you what it looks like and how it feels of the horror in this game. Yeah, that kind of is the whole horror in this game. That's the definition of it. It's just lackluster, I would say. It's very boring. It takes the role of the guy in the cuck chair while the game gets to get riled up and have fun. That's pretty much what the horror does in this whole game. It just takes a backseat. It's just so bad. And I think they could have done a lot more with the story as well in the horror, especially the horror, because the gameplay just takes so much up and it just outshines everything. And I mean, I like the gameplay, I like the Argario aesthetic to it all, but it's just so dumb. It's so dumb how it does that, and I think when you're getting so distracted with all the upgrades and the hole getting bigger and all the fruit going in, you clearly just forget about the whole story and the horror. I think if it had like tension, and if it kept tension the whole time throughout the whole game, I think it would be a lot better if it did do that, but it sadly did not do that. So it didn't bring much from the story. All you know is a lady killed a guy. Some people didn't like her. I think more about the people who didn't like her, like the people who worked with her, and they had like a blog page or a group chat that you get to see what they're all talking pretty much crap about her and just talking about how she's just kind of a self-absorbent asshole. I think it would have been a lot better. I think it would have been a better choice to do that, because then you get to know why some of these people got abducted in the tape. Yeah, by the way, every time somebody went missing that worked with the place, it was a tape, not a DVD, so I don't know why they added a DVD anyways. Or even, hear me out, her stalking you a little bit more. I think having her kind of on your back, watching your movements no matter what you're doing would be really cool. Just kind of in different spots though, like on top of the walls or in the corners of the walls, even at like the far edge of the map. That would be, I think that would be quite terrifying to see, but we don't get that chance. Or even having the place be on fire for a little bit at one point, showing that she burned down the place. I think that would be another cool concept. Or even having Barry's body in the hole or in a trapped door at night. I think that would also be a great other feature to have, but psychological opportunities that they missed, in my opinion. And I think that's all I really got to say. Enough of the catching the fruit and making the money, more about the horror aspect, baby. Come on. Fit into that groove. Don't skip past it. Don't make it a side quest where you could just skip it and not get any of the tapes, by the way, too. That's dumb. That just misses out on the whole horror concept of making it a horror game. But yeah, so that's it. That's all I gotta say. Also, we're gonna do some cool channel updates. Oh boy, I might be uploading more frequently than once a month type of thing. I want to see if I can do at least 2 weeks apart and upload. Like, that was the goal a while ago, but when you do a little bit longer videos and stuff like this, it becomes a lot harder to do. So yeah, like I was gonna say, this video was supposed to come out like 2 months ago, but I had some family matters that I had to take care of, so yeah, this video is a little late. So there are 2 more other videos coming out. I think the second one should be more coming out maybe, well, this next month that's coming up right now. So in a couple of weeks here, so that should be really fun. That one's about Brawlhalla. Here's a clip from the video.
Oh, dude.
What? I got switched which black person
The black person confused. Ow.
Doesn't that look very exciting? It does to me. So yeah, that video won't be coming out for a couple of weeks, and 2 other videos will be coming next month, or 2 months, however I feel like uploading them. So see you guys later. God bless you.